right? Nothing can hit them while they're in the recovery frames because, like, think of it. If somebody was able to cancel the instinct when they take the throw, they could easily just punish the other dude. That wouldn't make sense. It would be way too good of a like a counter. You know what I mean? It's like that's something that not everybody, that the game doesn't really need. Like it puts both characters into neutral, but it actually can slide the offender. If like say if I fought against against Sadira while she has instinct, the offender can actually slide into the web, and the recovery frames somehow like they disappear. I don't think they end. They actually just end up being vulnerable to a web. So that's weird, because that's actually one good tech that a Sadira can do. Because you know when she puts webs in front of you, you don't want to tech a throw, because if you do try to tech a throw, she'll be able to try to throw you. You tech it, you get hit by the web. So I'm not really sure how exactly it works, because both characters are supposed to have invincibility frames, but the offender gets punished if they try to throw. So maybe that's special. Either it's supposed to be punished by web. Maybe it was not intended to be punished by anything. I don't know, but that's why it's never a good idea to try tech throws when she has instinct ready. Minigrams, what's up? What's up, Dark Agent? Yeah, it's weird. So, like, if you tech the throw of the offender, and you cancel your recovery frames into instinct and try to attack him while he's in recovery frames, everything will miss, because they have invincibility frames. But if a web is there, it hits them almost immediately. So, it's really weird. It's absolutely weird. I don't know why. Maybe I should just test it out. Maybe we'll see. We'll see through it later today. So I can show you guys what I'm talking about. It's weird as hell. It's super weird. Oh, nice. What's up, man? I'm Curvin Bullets. I'm using a controller. I always have used the controller for the 7 months of this game being released. Oh, that missed, but he's not gonna be able to punish. Grims, how are you with Fulgor? As in playing against them or playing as Fulgor? I'm not sure what that means. I can mean both. Oh, we tried to use instinct. Or a shadow, my bad. Yikes. Relax, Fluttershy, relax. Stop pushing the buttons. Stop pushing the buttons. What's up, Gorilla Man? How are you? Caged Gorilla Man. I love that name. Teleport? Yeah. 1, 2. Uh-oh. Teleport? Nothing. How about now? Now? You know you want to do it. You know you want to do it. Do a teleport. Do it. There it is. I love it. Another one? You know you want to. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. I can feel it. Oh, he did it the other way. Dang. What's up, Aster? How are you? It's so funny trying to call out teleports. Oh, playing as Fulgor? Playing as Fulgor is a lot of fun. I'm no good really with playing with Fulgor. I played with him when he first came out and we were all learning stuff together, but I suck with him. Playing against Fulgor, as long as you don't play reckless and just kind of go according to, you know, like with his difficulty in charging meter, if you can learn to just always abuse him, then sometimes it won't be too hard for you to go in and just do damage. I mean, a lot of people think the reason Fulgor sucks is because he can't gain meter. That's not true. He has a lot of good normals. He has a lot of good, he has tons of opportunities to get in and to do damage on pure zoning. But the thing is, it's like when you look down at like the gritty matchup,
dude.
At the gritty matchup, you know, options of what to do against Fulgor, he you know, everybody in this game has meter to counter a lot of stuff, and Fulgor doesn't have that. So if you can learn to get around that, or use that to, you know, use that for to his disadvantage, then he can have a hard time coming back. But, you know, if he gains that meter, then it could be all hell breaking loose. But it takes a really, really good Fulgor to keep up. You know what I mean? And for the Fulgors that have shown, like, Alex Vi is a perfect example. He's a perfect example of a really, you know, of a really nitty-gritty Fulgor that has, you know, put up with all the abuse and everything, and still comes out as a victor. Then, you know, then Fulgor will really shine. But I still feel like he deserves some buffs, because just not gaining meter like the rest of everybody, just it's always an uphill battle for him. Agent Orange, what's up? How are you today? I don't understand how some people like more guacamole than more chip. You mean like drenching guacamole on the chips? Is that what you mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. 1, 2, 3. Ah, that's not gonna end. Just be dumb. So much damn. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is he gonna do it a 4th time? I'll do 2. Dash! This is my dash. Dash! It works. Dash! Yes! He thought I was gonna go to the other side. Injo Mama, seriously? If you're maining Fulgor, just be prepared to take all sorts of abuse. In my opinion, Fulgor deserves more buffs than anybody in this entire game. But the thing is, if you give Fulgor the wrong buff, when I mean the wrong buff, I mean too hard of a buff, he will easily be the best character in the game because of his utility on how he can cancel every single pip of meter into utility to make up for any kind of long recovery frames he has. For example, if he does a fireball and a person jumps over them, he can cancel 1 pip into a dragon punch to cover both ends. You know what I mean? So if he's able to gain meter all the freaking time, you can't jump in on him. You can't, you know what I mean? You can't try to punish him through his fireballs. You know, there always has to be that side of weakness. You know what I mean? And the thing is, right now I feel like his meter, you know, with his risk and reward is a little too weak. They don't really correspond well with each other. But it's tricky. You don't want to buff him too much, because if he gains meter all the time, that's it, folks. Fulgor's the best. You know? And all it takes is a really smart player to just master every single, you know, bit of Fulgor, and it's just, you know what I mean? And he's going to be really, really good, but just got to be careful. Yeah, he does need to be played patiently. But the thing is, it'll always be like, you know, as much damage as he does to other characters, he doesn't gain as much reward as everyone else. While everybody gains like 40-50% damage with meter, all he gains is just damage. You know, even with a knockdown, you don't gain that much. Sometimes you can't even gain 1 full bar through charge when you knock somebody down from far away. But, you know. Masiaga. I know too much. Yeah, no problem. Sorry if I was ranting. I love talking about like characters like Fulgor that's in need of something else, you know? Like Fulgor's traits, right? His instinct traits gains him gains him meter without having to charge, and devastation beam, right? That alone is really good. It puts the fear in the people's eyes if you know, if they see Fulgor having full meter because of that, you know, that 40% beam. And at the same time, they know that they can't abuse Fulgor as much anymore because of that utility of charging without having to charge. So it's really good. Let me ask you guys something. If you were a developer, and let's be serious here, let's try to keep the trolls at a minimum. If you were a developer, and you thought, let's talk about Fulgor and Spinal. What buffs do you think they need Go ahead, give it your best shot, guys. Like, what do you think they're lacking in? What do you think they need a buff in? And hell, if you really think they need a nerf in something, go ahead and say it. And let's try to keep it civil, guys. All right, this is just an experimental experimental conversation here that we're having, you know, with Fulgor and Spinal. You guys let it all out. Like, just say what you guys think should be nerfed, buffed, kept the same. You know, any kind of, you know, rant that's outside of the question that kind of goes towards calling people scrubs or anything will get banned. But yeah, go for it, guys. What's up, Emmanuel? Day says Spinal more damage. Why? Why is that? I mean, I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. I just want to know like your view on it. So I definitely want to know. Astra says I would make Fulgor get a pip of bar for every level 3 Ender or 4. You know what? That might actually be pretty good because after level 3 or 4 Ender and 1 heavy charge gets you, I think, 3 pips or 4 pips. That's enough for 1 full bar. And when somebody does a combo on you, level 3 or level 4 Ender, they get 1 full bar. So I can see that. I like that. I like that. Nerf Jaco wind kick. Okay, Sammy, so we're talking about Fulgor and Spinal. We're not talking about Jago or Sadira or Saberwolf. So when we say Fulgor and Spinal, that means Fulgor and Spinal. Okay. Again, try to keep it on topic, guys. Spinal doesn't need to be nerfed at all. Selak, why do you think so? Again, not agreeing or disagreeing, just want to know everybody's idea. Steve says, when Fulgor came out, I thought he should gain pips based on the level Ender he does. That might be too much. Yeah, you know what? Like, it sounds like such a good idea, right? It sounds like an amazing idea. I feel like maybe it could work if it was, you know, handled very carefully. Maybe like maybe a pip for every Ender? Maybe? Like a level 4 Ender gives you 4 pips, level 3 gives you 3 pips. What do you guys think of that? Level 2 gives you 2 pips, level 1 gives you 1. Is that a little dinky? What's up, Chacha? How are you? By the way, Chacha, if you stick around long enough, we might do some more Crypto the Necrodancer. That zone 3 got me locked down. Ah, yes. Oh gosh. Guys, again, try to keep the trolls to a minimum because again, I just want to see like what people's views are on Spinal and Fulgor. This is not a debate of who else should get nerfed because they hate them or whatever. Come on, guys. That way we can keep, you know, chat clutter to a full minimum and read some interesting ideas from what players have. But I think he would gain meter too fast. Level 3 Ender Charge. Ooh, yeah, that's true. That would be like plus... No, that would be more than 7 pips. Oh, that's why it's like you gotta be so careful on how much meter to give the guy. You know, it's like it's always a tease. It's always okay. Let's read some interesting answers here. We got some interesting answers. Instinct have him safe on almost everything. I don't know who you're talking to or talking about, Gutter. Let's see here. Spinal needs a wake up. Fulgor needs an easier way to gain meter. Excuse me. A wake up. He does have a wake up. It's called well, I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's the shadow teleport, whatever. But the matter of fact is, with any single wake up, remember folks, with any single wake up, no matter how good it is, no matter how invincibility frames it has, if you block it, you can punish it just like any other one. There's no such thing as a safe wake up. Oh, it's all good, Joe Mama. You take care. Alright, let me read a couple more before we move on. So a level 4 would give him enough for a bar. Yeah. Like, we just talked about that, Gutter. See, that's why it's so... It's kind of weird trying to say exactly how much Fulgor should gain, you know? Let's see here. Apologies if I miss out on a couple messages. Sorry, though, I really just want some Fulgor's hitboxes improved and decrease the active and recover frames of light charge reactor. I think it's really hard just punishing Light Charge Reactor on reaction with any kind of shadow from far away, Gaming Freak. But I don't know. I mean, that's an interesting